The biggest betrayal you've ever read. Man, this is gonna be long. Pretty Venom by Ella Fields. This was my first book by this author, and I went in blind and had no idea what kind of books she writes. But oh boy, did I regret reading this one. MMC and FMC are married before going off to college together. He receives a picture of the FMC and his male best friend sleeping together, naked on a bed, after a party. FMC was blackout drunk, so she didn't remember anything that happened, but is sure that she didn't feel like she was raped. MMC feels betrayed, turns into a complete man-whore, starts screwing literally any girl from the campus in front of the FMC sometimes, and meanwhile, the FMC is trying to win him back. She's tolerating all of this BC, she wants the MMC back, and one day comes to her dorm to see the MMC receiving a BJ from her roommate. Yikes! You know what the kicker is? We later find out that she never slept with the best friend. She was framed by him and another friend of hers. So, all this for nothing. They later get married again, publicly, BTW. Protecting Alabama by Susan Stroker, FMC, is a janitor who gets accused of stealing something by the MMC's ex from her office, while the FMC was cleaning it. He believes his ex over the FMC and does not bail her out after she gets arrested. Instead, yells at her and says, "Shut up," to her, which BTW he knows is a trigger for the FMC-BC of her past trauma. She shuts down, he comes to his senses a few days later, but till then, she's spent a few days in the prison until his friends bail her out. She takes him back again, BC again, no backbone. Which was understandable, given how her character is shown, but not bailing your GF from jail? Total deal-breaker. His Bittersweet Regret by Christine Michelle. The MMC in this one is just so dumb. I can't. He's in a long-term committed relationship with the FMC, and while the FMC thinks they're going to get married next, he drops a bomb on her. The bomb being that he wants to explore his options, since they didn't get to do it before. He tells her all of this on the same day that she's going to tell him that she's pregnant. He leaves, pays rent for the next 4 to 5 months, and starts going on dates. Meanwhile, the FMC is miserable and poor since she has no support. The MMC sees her 6 months later being heavily pregnant and immediately thinks that she got pregnant with someone else's baby. So he drives to OW's house, which is exactly opposite to the FMC's house, where she can see he's having sex with the OW. Pathetic, I mean. I anyway hate guys who are dumb, but this person took the cake. Stoned by Mandy Beck. Treat. MMC is a singer-rock star in a band who has substance abuse issues and is in a relationship with the FMC. He kicks the FMC out to have sex with groupies while he's under the influence of drugs. She leaves heartbroken, and he cleans up his act later and finds her a year later with a baby. He's ecstatic, thinks it's his baby when her boyfriend at the time informs him that after he threw her out to have sex with other women, she went to a bar, got a bit drunk, got drugged by someone, and got raped. The baby is the product of that rape. How do you come back from that? Method by Kate Stewart. MMC is a Hollywood method actor and is married to the FMC for some years. He's offered the role of a mafia don in a new film at the same time when his best friend has committed suicide. Naturally, all this takes a toll on his mental health. There's a twist in the middle of the book. I won't reveal it, but the way he behaves with the FMC because of that is just shocking. He crosses her boundaries, has rough sex with her when he's not himself, which results in her pregnancy. You need to read the book to understand the amount of betrayal the MMC puts her through. Frivolous by Veronica Lancet. Dark romance. MMC believes that the FMC has betrayed him by having sex with another man, So he has sex with her while simultaneously live streaming it in front of all the people who have come to her house for a party. He later finds out that that was the first time she's had sex. She was a virgin prior to that incident. She's obviously mortified and betrayed and leaves. The MMC heavily regrets it. True Love Story by Willow Astor. I did not like this book at all. Not because this book has cheating in it, but because the MMC does it for no fucking reason. And throughout the entire course of their relationship, he sabotages his amazing relationship with the FMC for no reason? We'd never know why, since the book is just from her POV. But surely you can't be that stupid to sleep with a mutual acquaintance of yours because you think you're not good enough for the FMC? Sai Semp. Life Without You by S.P. West. Out of all the above-mentioned MMCs, I hate this one the most. He's married to the FMC who left her country to stay with him in America. He's tired of her and feels that he's fell out of love with her. So what does this wife-hater do? Has an affair with a co-worker. Misses important dinners and appointments with the FMC. Takes the co-worker on a vacation where he was supposed to take the FMC. Lies to her about that and tells her that he's going on a work trip. FMC finds out about this on Facebook. Confronts the MMC and he has nothing to say for himself, except that he doesn't love her anymore and is in love with the co-worker now. The FMC's pregnant, and she loses her baby BC of all this stress. MMC visits her in the hospital, tell him about the baby. Divorces him, leaves America, and goes to her country. Meanwhile, the MMC is miserable, as the co-worker now has moved on to another person, and his rose-tinted glasses have come off now. He gets his act together, the FMC takes him back after a grand gesture. So, not even a full-fledged grovel. I wanted to squeeze his throat with or whatever he put the FMC through. Forever and Never by Ella Fields. The FMC screws up in this one. MMC and FMC flirt at a HS Friends party and are pretty soon in a relationship. Everything's going great, when suddenly the MMC's former F-buddy says that she's pregnant with the MMC's baby. He did not cheat. He's figuring out things while simultaneously freaking out about being a father at 18. This leads to neglect of the FMC. She loves him, but decides by herself that the MMC and the baby mama should have a chance to be a real family and be together, so goes ahead and cheats on him with her former F-buddy, who turns out to be the MMC's long-lost father, who abandoned him when he was a child. She obviously had no idea. She later makes up to him, though, but I would have never forgiven her for the kind of crap that she pulled. I have read a lot of angsty, grovel-heavy books where MMCs screw up royally and the FMCs have to forgive them, but these betrayals I haven't been able to wipe out from my mind. NGL. Sorry for the long rant, though.